Okay, again, we're Math 115. We are going to be working on part 2 for the linear regression exercise SP18 part 1. We're going to be working on the paperwork this time. I don't know why my mouse is not working. Okay, here we go. Okay, so for the first video, I didn't even work on the other parts. Okay, so we got A for age, W for weight, right? We did all of this. If you want to know how to do this, we go back to the first video. But then we're gonna do height and weight, and I didn't do those yet, but basically first start with getting the mean, right? And then you're gonna do all of these things, and then we'll get to the standard deviation. The C stands for, I think, chest. The T for the thigh circumference. Well, both of those papers that we have, they explain what these letters mean. Okay, so now we're gonna work on the worksheet. Okay, so here we go. We've got number 1. Let A be the age of the participant. Data comparison to weight in rows 25 through 49. What's he talking about? Okay, data is in, sorry for those roosters crowing, can't help that, 25 through 49 right here. Rows 49 to 25 have all to do with this age. Okay, that's the main variable we're focusing on. Okay, that very first part right here, we've got the sigma. Sigma means we're going to add it all up, right? We're going to add everything that has to do with age. We're going to add all of those age numbers up. Where is that? Right here. Okay, so all those numbers, what is the sum of it? Where is it? Right here. Sorry for moving. The sum of all these ages is 552. Now, the problem says that they want us to square that. So we're going to take 552 and we're going to square it. And it comes out to 304,704. How did I do that? Okay, sorry, I did it already, but I'm going to just do it again for you. Again, if I take that sum, 552, I can go times, and I can times it by the same number. That's how you square it, right? And that's going to equal 304. Now, if I'm using Excel, I can take 552. I could make the little upper sign and put that 2, and that means squared. Don't forget to put the equal signs. But I'm also going to show you how to do it on a calculator, only because I don't know if we're going to have Excel all the time. So we got 552, again, times 552. That's how you would square it on a calculator. Okay, so the answer, 304,704. Okay, next, we've got the sigma of A, which is age, minus the age's mean, squared. So what is the sum? Basically, the sum when you add up all of the ages minus the age's mean squared. Okay, so going back to that chart. Where are we? Ages. Okay, so the age minus the age's mean squared is in this column, right? When you add all of these numbers up, you come up with a sum. This sum is 376.8. So, what is the sigma of all the ages? 376.8. Okay, then the next question. We've got, the sigma of A, the age minus the age's mean, right? The variable is A. So let me put this down so I'm not moving it so much. Then we got W, which stands for the weight, minus the weight's mean. And I put the answer as equals 429.65. How did I get that? Okay, we had done this on here, right? We took, where is that? We took all of this, right? We took the age minus the age's mean squared. Oh, no, sorry, not squared. Just the regular age minus the age's mean, which is minus 4.6. And then we did on the same thing, right? The weight minus the weight's mean, 33.05. and we had to times it by each other, right? We took this answer and this answer, and we times it, right? We followed this formula here. Then we're gonna get the sigma of all of the answers for every single one of these sections, right? 20 times. We're gonna add them all up, and this is the answer we got. The sum of it is 429.65. I know those roosters are so irritating, yeah. Anyway, we're gonna get that sum, sigma, 429.65. As far as I know, I'm doing this right. I'm following the formulas. Anyway, then we're gonna come down here, and this is where things are gonna get a little bit more complicated. What is the sum of the age? What is the age? Find the mean and the standard deviation for each variable. So what is the total sum of age? I'm assuming that's what they want, is the total sum. Okay, so we've got the total sum of 552. Now what is the mean? The mean is the sum divided by the count. That's how we get the mean. And for the age, for the section with A, right? Or we're just looking at A, even though it's in the B column, right? We're just looking at the variable A, right? So we've got the sum, 552. We got the count, 20. We divide that, the 552 by 20, and we get the means, which is 27.6, which is exactly what I wrote, right? Mean, 552 divided by 20 equals 27.6. Then we need to get the standard deviation. And this is what we've been practicing, and now it's starting to kind of make sense, because I think all of this is going to add up to how we get the z-score later on. Standard deviation is a little bit tricky. We have to find a variance before we can do standard deviation. That's why we've been doing all of this crazy things that haven't been making sense to us in our head. We take the variable, right? Minus that variable's mean. Then we square it, because everything that is in this column, when we just take the variable, which is age, minus the age's mean, and you add all of this up, it's going to equal 0. We can't have 0, so we square every one of these numbers. We square it, so we get this, and it gives us a total. This is our variance for our age. Oh, and this is how we're going to get our variance for the age. Sorry, that's not our variance. So 376.8. Here's our formulas. Let's take a look at our formulas. Variance. We've got the little sigma squared if we were using a population, or the S would be a statistic or sample, right? So we've got the sum of, right? So we're looking at this here. We've got the sum of whatever the variable is. For us, it's A minus A squared, which this is the mu for meaning the mean, right? Or that little X with the little line means it's the sample of a mean, right? The sample mean. Okay, so we're more looking at this one because we have that little line over our A. Okay, so we're looking at sigma minus age. Let's pretend that's an A. Minus A, the sample. So our age is sample squared. The whole total, right? Then we divide it by n minus 1. There's our formula. Okay, so what again was our age? A. Oh, no. Our age. Why is it doing that? Sorry, it's hard to hold a phone and do this with one hand. Age minus the age's mean squared. The sigma is totaling all of this up, so we did that. We got 376.8. Now, to find the variance, I would take 376.8, and I'm going to divide it according to the formula said n minus 1. So what is n? N is the count. What is the count? 20. 20 minus 1 is 19. So I'm going to divide it by 19. And the answer is 19.831. Is that right? Sorry. Okay. Is that? Let me try that again, because I had a different answer last time, but I think I might have picked the wrong number. 376.8 0.8 divided by 19. Nope, that's right. Okay, so we're going to take that number. I don't know what I did the last time, but I did something wrong. Okay, we're going to take that number 19.8315. We'll just say that 19.8315. And to get the standard deviation, we would have to get the square root of this number, whatever the square root is. Okay, so here it is. We've got this formula. The sigma, right? Whatever that is, we've got to do this here. We've got this square root. We've got to get the square root of that same exact formula of everything that was in there that we just did. Okay, to do that on a calculator, I'm going to teach you how to do it on a calculator because, again, I don't know if we're going to have Excel, which Excel is so much easier. But we're going to push this check, which means give me the square root of this number that I'm about to type in. 19.8315 is what we wrote down, right? Okay, so the answer is 4.45. You can write the 3 too, but I'm just going to stop at the 3. 4.453. Okay, so let me get my paper. And I have to erase because I had the wrong thing. 4.453. That would be my standard deviation. I have a feeling because we're about to learn about the z-score. If you look at the formula for the z-score, the reason why we needed to know standard deviation is because we're going to be taking the variable, in this case it would have been the age, minus the mu, which is the mean, divided by the standard deviation. And that's how we're going to find the z-score. Doesn't look as scary as it originally looked just from the beginning of class, yeah? I think these are things we can do. Anyway, so all of this other stuff is just repeating the same process. So I'm not going to do every single one. But when we get together, let's compare notes. And if you have questions, give me a call or text. Okay.